If y'all only knew, the people who are watching the replay understood what we've been through tonight. Anyhow, yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Gyros. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 163 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man Mike Notes for that intro. Very, very dope. Using that for the remainder of June and then moving on to something else. Shout out to the packed house we have right now, dude. We have had major issues getting this show together tonight. Well, getting this show off the ground tonight. But it looked like we finally got everything popping. So let me give some quick shout out to everybody that's here, who have been here rocking with us, waiting, and now we're here. We got B.A. Mac, DJ Nocturnal, Davenport, Mr. Wallace, Mental to God, Miss Pam, Miss Tiffany, Gelati Beats, DJ Widebody, Jay Bishop, Jamari Mack, my wife Samaya, Dunsworth, RTO Beats, Dap Dunlap, Dixie Freely, Black Mav, J Pass, Nocturnal. Good Lord. Wait a minute, is that right? Okay, Joey? Okay, maybe not. Looking at the joint, at the log. Have I forgotten anybody? Let me just take another quick look over here. Now that we got the new setup, Miss Tara Ann is here. Northeast Beast is here, and there is a bunch of guests. Welcome. Gyros is here. Dap Dunlap is here. If I did not call y'all out already. Welcome to episode 163, and what are we doing? All right, so today is June 6th, which means tomorrow is June 7th, and if you know anything about the day of June 7th, and you're a musician and a fan of great music, you probably know that June 7th is the God, Prince. It's his birthday. And it's an unfortunate affair that we actually lost him last year, which is like, I remember when that happened, I was actually talking to somebody in the chat, and then I just happened to check my timeline, and I'm like, what? And I went and looked it up real quick, and it was so much confirmation. It was just, that just ruined my day, literally, because Prince is I'm a big fan of his music. He's a huge influence on a lot of our music, even though we don't do exactly what he do, but he has inspired so many of us as fans, as musicians, just as civilians, everyday people. And I put it off for an entire year because I wanted to make sure it was done correctly. Now, we have an elite crew of musicians here at CMA. And I said, you know what? This is the time to do it if we're going to do it with this crew. And I'm happy to say we have 18 submissions tonight honoring the man himself. So let's kick the show off with my guy who's been handling his business, representing Zurich, XZ Beats. and this guy got me with a short joint, and I swear it just flipped to where it was getting very good. It was already really, really good. Shout out to XZ Beats. These are some of the samples I use. Adore Live, the intro. Breakfast Can Wait, drums. For You, vocal chops. Sometimes It's Snow in April, the vocals in the background. Controversy, the drums. Damn You, sample of the second part, and all the other stuff I played myself. Hope you enjoy. This is one rather weird beat that I made. Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. I really like the samples that he chose, and it looks like he got them from a number of places, which is very cool. And he just basically combined everything and played some more elements on top of it. Very dope. I like the way that the entire joint flows. I really do. You got the first part, it kicks in, and it's just nice and energetic, and you definitely hear Prince. You hear the Lynn drums, you hear the synths, that kind of thing. And then moving to the, well, not even second half, but like the last third, I guess you could say, of the song, right after the 135 roundabout, and it flipped into an entirely different beat. And then he didn't even let it play long enough, which kind of sucks. I want to hear more of that. But yo, XZ, very, very quality work, sir. That's dope. I'm really enjoying what you're doing, my man. Glad that you finally got into the fold, and now you're starting to really appreciate and get the benefit of it. So thank you for that, my man. Thank you for that. All right, let's go to a gentleman who's finally hanging out with us in the chat tonight. My guy, Gyros. Yes, sir. Gyros back in the fold with us. Hope you're doing well, man. So here we go. Okay, so I wanted to make an organic song in the style of Prince or influenced by him. I'm not sure if I did either. Anyhow, I laid down at least 4 tracks of guitar and about 3 or 4 keys and synths. After battling it out with my computer and CPU issues, this is what I came up with. Hope someone digs it. Hashtag We Are CMA. Yeah, that's dope. That's very dope. I like what you did there, especially, now let me go here. As far as if this is the first time you're watching a CMA tribute, so to speak, we do things where you could actually sample some of their music, or you can make something organic, instrumentation wise, that you feel that they would appreciate, or something in the style of that particular artist, whether they're, here or not. So I like the organic way that he went. I really like that, with the guitars and everything in the background. I like the drums and all the programming and everything. And I don't see anything about the vocals. Not sure if that was you, your wife, or someone else, but really enjoy this, John. This is pretty dope. Nice mellow. You got the guitar, rock lead guitar in there, which is what he played. So it's definitely reminiscent of something that he may do. Very, very, very dope, Gyros. You're doing your thing, man. Thank you for that. All right, let's keep it going, man. I want to go holler at this guy right here. He hasn't been around in probably about 3 weeks, so I'm very eager to hear what he's doing here. This is my man, OK Joey. This guy right here, man. OK Joey, I see you, man. I see you. Hello, I know it's been a while, but I've been a little busy and was saying goodbye to an old friend. The Roland MV8000. Oh, did you sell it or die, or did it die? Let me know about that. Saying hello to the Akai MPC live. Whoa. Okay. The sample I used is 1999 by Prince. Obviously, we heard that. And the effects I used are from Flavor 4, Blooming Habitat by Hello Samples. Gotta go with what you know. He is a Hello Samples fanatic. I love it. And the vocal chops came from the Ill Mind Special Edition Blap Kit Vox Chops with vocals by Father Dude. Here's my submission, and I hope you enjoy. That was dope. That was very dope. I like the little baby steps. I'm seeing that it at least feels like Joey is starting to come out of his shell a little bit more and starting to experiment a little bit more. Awesome. I really like what he did there, because he had the beginning of 1999. Dun, 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 dun. That's a really, really dope part. But I like what he did as far as how he chopped it and played it along with the beat. I like the drums that you used. The drums were very crisp, nice and punchy. And then you had everything sequenced on top of it. I like the bass line you used, little change up here and there throughout the beat, but then dropped it out, just had the intro sample playing, and then did a little something different with the drums on the way out. That's what I'm talking about. Keep them guessing and keep the brain firing, man, because you can't have that repetitive thing, just going on for 4 minutes, because trust me, people do it. I just heard something the other day that was 4 minutes of the same damn sequence. I'm good. Anyhow, Joey, thank you, man. That was dope. Let's see if we got anybody else that has checked in. Don't know if I shouted out to Mike Notes. Shout out to Mike Notes, man. Thank you for that intro, sir. Jay Bishop. Don't know if I hollered at him, but thank you. Let's see who else we got here. And if you're here, but you're not logged into the chat, please do. Use your Facebook login, log into the chat, and hang with us. We greatly appreciate you coming out. All right, let's keep it going, man. Here's another gentleman who hasn't been around in a while, and I know why. We actually have proof of why he hasn't been here in a while. He's been working on a lot. He has a lot of irons in the fire, as they say. So, very eager to hear what this gentleman is doing right here. This is Mental the God. Yes, sir. Young Mental to God. This guy, yo. Something just to show my face around here. This beat will live on a forthcoming project. Now back to college homework piece. Oh, yeah. Man, Prince has way too many damn instruments in his songs. Nice. Hey, yo, first and foremost, man. He went and hit one of my favorite joints off of one of my favorite albums. You heard it at the end, obviously. I Will Die For You. Really like how he flipped that because he had that part where he actually chopped it up a little bit and made it work over his drum programming. I like the chops. The chops were really, really dope. I mean, I really like when someone can take something that's well known, which is when we do our sample mutilation. You take something that's well known and you could leave little hints of what the song is, just enough so people say, I like what you did there. I see what you did. And this is one of those occasions. Mental is dope on the beats anyhow. So I really, really like where he went with this particular sample. I really like. The other thing that really stands out about this track is the land drums that are just coming out of nowhere. He had them chopped and panned in certain areas to where they only hit on certain notes or certain measures. Really, really, really dope work there, man. I really like that. Mental, you are a beast, sir. Thank you. Shout out to Davenport, man. I don't know if I shouted him out earlier, but he's in the building right now. Shout out to DJ R. Sims. He's in the building as well. Gemini just logged in. What's up, sir? Welcome. And I don't know if I hollered at Dunsworth. Shout out to Dunsworth. He's here too. I'm not sure if I shouted him out, but thank y'all all for rocking with us tonight. All right, let's keep it going, man. We got the championship team in the house tonight, representing Illinois. the team known as Alternative Facts. Up first, Gelati Beats.
You're tuned into Gelati Beats, the beats that make your head nod.
One thing I'd like to say is that I don't live in a prison, and I'm not afraid of anything. I haven't built any walls around myself. I'm just like anyone else. I need love and water, and I don't really consider myself a superstar.
I like that. Gelati Beats, my man. So this guy, from the sounds of it, it sounds like it's two joints. Once again, from Purple Rain. Sounds like I Would Die for You, as well as The Beautiful Ones. Still two classic, just insane tracks. That was like, even though Prince made ridiculous amounts of music after Purple Rain, something about Purple Rain, man, it's just, that is like the definitive Prince project album. You know what I'm saying? It's classic. Everybody, no matter what age, can listen to that music and appreciate it. So going back to Gelati using two of the tracks off of there, I believe it was two, that sounded pretty dope, man. Very, very dope. Again, with the drum programming, with the chops. Props on the chop work, man. Very, very dope. And just as I was saying before, taking something that's very well known and leaving just a little bit of evidence in there, so people understand where it came from. And very nice work with that. I really appreciate. I think it's around the 1 minute, I could be wrong, where it completely flipped into something different with a completely different sample. It still had somewhat of the same drums up under it. Really, really dope what you're doing there. Overall, man, I like it. I really, really like it. I definitely appreciate the speech at the end. Can't remember where that's from. I don't know if that's in, well, it's definitely not a movie. So it's got to be from one of his interviews, but really appreciate the whole structure of this particular track and what you did with it, man. Thank you for that, Gelati. Jeez, man. Liar. Okay, moving on to the other liar. We got our man on the other side of Chi-Town, Agent Smith 78.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called the afterlife. World of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night.
This guy, dog. The world champion team Chicago Liars, aka Alternative Facts. That was Agent Smith 78. This was a rough one for me. I love Prince's music, but I've never heard anything from him that I wanted to sample. After combing through some albums over the week, I decided to use something from Diamonds and Pearls, which I heard that. Also, I heard the intro to Let's Go Crazy and Until You're in My Arms Again. Okay, I didn't peep that. My apologies to the master engineers for at CMA for mix. I only had 2 hours to get it done. Yo, as first of all, let's talk about that. The mix, I don't understand what you're talking about. The mix sounds damn good. Maybe it can do a little bit more tuning or EQing or whatnot, but overall, it sounds damn good. I like the drums that you chose. The drums accent the chops and the way you arrange the samples. And then you had the nerve to use 3 different songs. I really liked how you had the Dearly Beloved going on, like in the beginning, and then in the middle, you had the stuff from Diamonds and Pearls. Really dope. That's another one of my favorite albums, Diamonds and Pearls. Really enjoyed that. Because that came out around the same time as Michael Jackson Dangerous. So I was going back and forth, bumping them both on cassette. Good Lord. And then to finish it off, I mean, overall, this is one of your best tracks I've ever heard, AS. You and Gelati are putting in a lot of work, and I'm really, really, really liking what you guys are doing. Excellent, excellent job from both of you liars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, that was really dope. Thank y'all. All right, let's go to this gentleman right here, man. Let's see what this cat is doing. This is our guy, Mike Notes.
How much music do you have in your famous vault? And how much of it do you rehash later? Do you ever use any of it later on? What are you planning on doing with it?
Trying to see if you fit the profile of a bootlegger.
At the heart of the matter, though, is the music.
Speaking of sampling. Speaking of sampling. Sample.
Double negative.
So, Mike Notes is on a mission this year. I've mentioned it before that dude has been with us for 3 years, I believe. And this is easily the best work I've heard from him. And he's participating more often. I really, really, really enjoy that, Notes. Number 163, thanks, Prince. Track name, Purple Kango. I like that. I am a b-boy at heart and love the Purple Man like everyone else, so I had to bring him to Mike's world. Hope you like it. P.S. The sounds I used this week, making something out of nothing, sound packed by Mike Notes, SMH. Dude, that was dope. That was really dope. Like the interview that's going throughout. Love the track in general. Love the drum programming. Love, it sounded like it was a little bit of chops and whatnot over there, but I appreciate the instrumentation, the organic stuff that you did along with it. As far as like at the very end, I heard the pads, and then you had some choir sounds in there, which was very, very dope. I like that. The first half, very, very dope. Like what you did there. Second half, though, very dope. Just completely flipped the whole concept of the beat to where at this point it sounds like, you know, it's a tape that's been that's dragging, or a record that's been pitched down, or however. This dude is really doing some dope stuff this year. I mean, he's doing dope stuff regardless, but this just happens to be an extra dope year for Mike Notes. So, hey, my man, keep on doing what you're doing. I'm really appreciating the work. Trust that. Thank you, my man. It was somebody I wanted to shout out, and I'm blanking on who it was at the moment. Oh, DJ D-Man. What's up, dude? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I got everybody. All right, cool. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's go holler at this guy. This is my man. This is my brother from another mother and across the shores. This is DJ Promo.
DJ Promo.
This dude is out of his damn mind. There's absolutely no way. What this? Promo's out of his damn mind. That's all I gotta say. This guy, What's up, brother? Had to do something really special. It's really special for my man Prince, and that is break my own record with a 5-beat submission. So this dude did a medley, clowning. Straight up samples and drums, no other instruments, anything sounding like instruments or just samples going through effects. Did all of them on Sunday. Yeah, let's go crazy. And of course, he breaks down in order When Doves Cry, Purple Rain, Thieves in the Temple, which is another one of my favorite joints, Pop Life, and Let's Go Crazy. Yeah, Thieves in the Temple from Graffiti Bridge. Something about that song when it first came out, it didn't really hit me. But I really enjoyed the Graffiti Bridge movie, number one, as well as the soundtrack. And I think it was when I got the soundtrack that I really appreciated the song in the way that they structured the album. So very, very dope work there. You're insane, dude. That's all I got to say about that. I'm not talking to you anymore. Bye, promo. That was dope, man. Thank you. Let's go back and holler at this cat, man. Let's bring it up to Detroit and holler at the guy who's been doing his thing this year, man. Very impressive. Very impressed with what he has been doing. This is No One You Know. Okay. I see you, No One. I see you. Oh, Prince, the first artist that got banned from playing in my house as a kid. I was hesitant of submitting this week as I did not want to butcher the legend. Woke up Sunday, decided to give it a try. Well, there it is. Use chops from When Doves Cry. Absolutely. Some instrumentation over it, plus drums. Nice. I like this a lot. I do have a small complaint. The hi-hats are a bit too much for me, dude. I mean, a bit too much. It kind of takes away, the hats, for me, takes away from the rest of the track. Because you got a lot going as far as the different chops and how you have them sequenced. You got the drums are just rocking, and everything is riding the drums. But then it takes away from it when you got the hi-hat just over and over and over. For me, it really, really is a turn off. But luckily, I'm able to listen to it, for these purposes and actually hear everything else that's going on. If you just chilled out on the hi-hat, just chilled that joint out to, you could have the rolling hats at some parts of the song, but it just seemed like it was almost throughout the song where it was just constantly at that high rate. That's my only complaint. Everything else I really enjoyed. I like the way you sequenced. I like the way you chopped. I like the way the drums were riding. Boom, boom, and then you got the bass along with the drums. Very dope concept. But man, those hats, and then especially how I know you're still getting your mixing together. Especially how the hats were mixed and how they sat in the mix, and then the speed of them, it just took away from everything else in the track for me. Not sure about anybody else, but for me, that would be a deal breaker. But in the current position that we're in, I definitely have to listen. And luckily, like I said, I'm able to separate that and still listen to the rest of the track. So that's my suggestion on that. Otherwise, actually a very dope submission, my man. Thank you for that. I'm really enjoying the effort that you're putting into all of this stuff, man. Thank you for that. Real talk. Thank you. Hey, man. So we got this guy who came to us last year. He's an extremely talented individual. We all love and respect him. But he does not show up enough. Well, he decided to show up tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hertz.
Do you think the internet, do you think that's helped music?
It's helped the people who sell the music. For an artist, they don't make the money they used to. And I think we tend not to value things we can get for free.
Right.
If you put anything in the place of music and say you got it for free, you'll see what I'm talking about.
So I'm going to steal Agent Smith's quote. It takes a legendary artist to bring out the great Hertz. Obviously, that has to be the case, because this is the first time this year we've heard from Hertz. Good Lord, man. This was dope. Very, very dope. Okay, I wasn't going to do this, but shout out to Widebody for putting the battery in my back. Real simple. I used 2 different unheard of Prince songs, a Prince interview and vocal chop from Let's Go Crazy, which very dope how you use that. Shout out to that. To tie the 2 beats together, 4 Prince sources, some drums, and a lot of Oreo cookies. Enjoy. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Again, I've said this before. When Hertz does come around, he comes through when he comes through. This is what I want to hear from Hertz. Some really dope stuff. Something with a crazy swing, some dope punchy drums, and just crazy chops. This is exactly what that was. I really, really liked what he did here. I guess we'll have to give him after the show. I want to hear those original songs if I haven't already. But I really like the stuff that he used, especially like in the first one with the guitar work, and just had like different riffs and whatnot hitting at certain spots. And it didn't seem like it was a loop. It seemed like he just chose different ones to hit at certain spots throughout that particular half of the song. Really dope. The "Oh No, Let's Go" kicks in, and then you get to the second half of the song, which is a completely different sample, got the vocal chops in that part. Really dope. It sounds like some stuff that was done a little later, a little more mature Prince, so to speak. Overall, this is a very, very, very dope track, Hertz. Thank you for submitting, and good Lord, can we get you more often? Is that possible? Good Lord. Thank you, Hertz. Sheesh. All right, let's go holler at this cat right here. This is old Smooth himself. My man's J-Paz. Told y'all. Mr. Smooth himself. J-Paz. Shout out to you and the wife, sir. This was dope, man. This was very, very dope. He says, this was extremely difficult. I created 4 different beats before I could finally settle on one. Prince is one of the most innovative producers / composers ever. I hope I did him justice. I tried not to fully emulate Prince, but embody his spirit through my sound. I would say you were very successful. That track is very dope. All organic from the sounds of it. Very dope. Very dope. Again, kind of some of the early like 70s Prince, but then it still sounds like something that could be the more mature Prince, you know, once he was 30 plus, I guess you could say. But this was dope, Paz. And again, as far as embodying what he does and making it your own and doing your own thing, yeah, you definitely got that. This definitely sounds like a J Paz produced track, but we definitely, at least I definitely hear the influence there, dude. Very dope. I love the drums and the drum pattern, because you got, first of all, maybe not all of them, but definitely one of the snare was like a Lin drum, and you know that was his thing, was messing with the Lin drums. But it was like an odd meter snare where it was, you know, that was crazy. But then, as far as the different synth work and keys and pads and stuff like that you had playing throughout and then changing stuff up, really, really dope. Definitely sounds like something that he might create, but definitely appreciate. Paz, you're dope, dog. You're dope. You're very dope. Thank you for that, my man. All right, here's another cat that came to us last year, is incredibly dope. Don't hear from him often enough. It definitely not this year. And I'm gonna have to get at him about this, like, because we need him to participate. But he's here now. Shout out to my man's DJ Widebody. His guy, man. DJ Widebody. An old 70s Prince joint I flipped. Man, this guy has a hell of a catalog. Yes, he does. A ridiculous catalog, man. This dude, Widebody, the stuff that he does with, the stuff that I've seen Widebody do, because I've seen him at work. I've watched a nice amount of his live streams where he's just coming up with stuff on the fly. The things that this dude is able to do with very little and in a small increment of time is absolutely ridiculous. Drum work is always retarded. Always. The drum sounds always ridiculous. He always has ridiculous drums. I don't think I've ever heard a track where his drums were subpar or weak. They always hit. He always picks the right drums. Then the chops. When this dude gets to chopping, somebody's going to get hurt. For real. As if dude is actually going, with a freaking cleaver or something, on some Jason Voorhees or whatever. This dude is nasty. This track is nasty, Bizzle. Good Lord, man. Really like what you did here. Different things going on. Drops and mutes, switching up stuff, moving stuff around. That's what it's all about. And just having a good feel throughout the song and keeping people guessing. And it just overall being dope. That is DJ Widebody, ladies and gentlemen. Dope. Hats off, bro. That was crazy. As usual. Now, we just need you to participate more often. Damn it. And whenever you're ready to get whooped in some Killer Instinct or some GTA, holla at your mans. All right, thanks. Thanks, Widebody. All right, we still got some show left, people. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go holla at my mans right here, who's actually with us, but he's unable to log into the chat for some goofy reason. We're going to help him out, and hopefully next week he can be actually with us in the chat. That's my mans, representing the north of the Carolinas, Ron B.
Hundreds of hits, multi-million record sales, the Funketeer himself, the artist.
Great pleasure to have with us tonight the artist formerly known as Prince.
We are pleased tonight to be joined by the artist formerly known as Prince.
Please welcome my Puerto Rican brother from another mother.
I'm here to tell you there's something else. The afterworld.
Woo! Another one of them hits. Beats. Now, he wrote and produced it, but it wasn't him, obviously. That was Morris Day in the time. Gigolos Get Lonely Too, one of my favorite joints. Good Lord. And he chopped the hell out of it. Let's see. Prince composed, produced, and wrote and played instruments on the song Gigolos Get Lonely Too, which was performed by The Time. Just said that. I used samples from that to pay tribute to Prince, to pay tribute to the great artist formerly known as Prince. Did you catch that I named 15 of Prince's greatest hits in the rap I performed? Listen again. I did peep that. I was listening closely, and I heard he was just talking about Let's Go Crazy, and I Want to Kiss the Most Beautiful Girl in the World. So many really dope titles that he mentioned in there. But overall, this right here is sick, Ron. This is dope. Ron has been on this run where he's been doing almost on a weekly basis stamp-worthy stuff. And I can't give you stamps every damn week. This is another one of those weeks, dude. I love the way he chopped up Gigolos. That's stupid. And then he actually had some of the hook in there. The drums he used, the way he sequenced everything. I'm not sure if he actually played anything. I got to go back and listen to it. Overall, man, how he used this was stupid. But then to have all the different like interview parts where people were like introducing him or speaking of him, that was dope. That kicked in around the 135, 140, if I'm not mistaken, and carried on to about the 210, I think that is, where it drops out. And then, somebody says, ladies and gentlemen, Prince. And then it brings it back in. Like, that was used as a bridge or chorus. Very dope. Very dope, Ron. Ron is killing the game, man. It's one of my favorite dudes right here. I'll tell you that. He has been killing it. Thank you for that, my man. Bravo. Thank you, man. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's go holler at this guy representing the DMV. It's one of the veterans. One of the dudes that's been here from the beginning, who kicked everything off. This is Ray Jean. Man. There's something very special about that track. First of all, this dude doesn't even have any damn write-up in his submission. Thanks for that. Luckily, I know what you used. That was If I Was Your Girlfriend. Another very stupid track and a very stupid concept by Prince. I freaking love that track, dude. This guy, Ray Jean, dude. He's been on this thing, and I was actually preparing some clips for Instagram today. I'm getting ready to post those tomorrow. And I was just I came across a number of his submissions in those clips. And this dude has this thing going this year where he has a nice intro and build up. And then when it gets to the hook is kind of minimal. He's done it a couple times. This one is more accented. This one is more apparent because there's a nice amount of stuff going when the whole hook and everything is in. And then when it gets to the verse, it's like this. But it's dope. It's very minimal, but it's very dope what he does. He like literally breaks everything down, almost takes damn near everything out of it and just leave the basics. So if you're rapping or singing, you can just ride the beat. Very dope. He gets to about halfway of the verse. He brings in just a little bit more. And it eventually builds up to when the hook actually kicks in. Everything is in there. And it's just a beautiful experience. This track is something special. And it deserves a stamp. Boom. Ray Jean, you are out of your damn mind, dude. This was crazy. And I had the thought, and a couple of other people were saying it in the chat, this would kill in a strip club. Really kill in a strip club, dude. Big time. Thank you for that, dude. This was stupid. This is definitely going in the ride. It's getting bumped because this is crazy. Shout out for that, my man. All right, let's keep it going. We're going to stay in the DMV. Holla at my brother. Who's a little upset with me because he released a Prince tribute on the anniversary of his death. I already knew what I was going to do this year, but I don't reveal plans until it's time to give the assignment. So when the assignment came out, he emails me like, man, I'm like, yep. Shout out to my dude, Black Mav. Okay. WHA 163. First off, I got to give major shouts out to Dixie Freely for getting my laptop going again. He had some issues with Reason. He uses Reason. He upgraded, and it kind of screwed up his laptop for a few days. But Dixie stepped in and helped him out with that. And the Unstoppable, yours truly, for allowing me some extra time. This submission was tough since I recently paid tribute to Prince commemorating his passing 1 year ago. Little did I know this would be an assignment, but that's CMA for you. LOL. After a painstaking week dealing with 9.5's VST update that took me out of my commission for pretty much the entire week, this is what I came up with. So I kept things simple, sample drums and bass the boom bap way. Hashtag we are CMA. Mav, you just got stamped. Well, 2 weeks ago? This is another one right here, dude. I have to be very honest. This track is insane. Dude, is that a door? I could be wrong. I think that's a door. What you did with this joint? First of all, ho. This dude is the swing king when it comes to his drums and his sequencing. Then the drums that he chose for this particular submission, the snare in particular, stupid, absolutely stupid, cutting right through the track, but not taking away from anything else that's going in the track. But the chops, sickening with the vocal chops, and then had different other different parts of the song throughout, switching things up, dropping, muting, you know, the normal stuff. But Mav is stupid. Oh, I forgot about the bass line. His bass lines are always insane. Just stupidity, absolute stupidity. This was crazy, Mav. This was absolutely crazy. And I'm glad you were able to get in this week. Real talk, dude. I have no problem, you know, giving extra time if necessary so you can get your situation straight. I'm so glad you got this in, because this is absolutely nuts. This needs to go on the next project. If not, you releasing another, like a B-side to the track that you did earlier this year. However you want to do it. But man, this was stupid. Bravo, Mav. Good Lord. This guy is out of his damn mind. Has there anybody new checked in that I have not shouted out? I think I got everybody looking good. Okay, cool. We good to go. Let's keep it going, man. I'm going to go out west. Holla at my guy right here. RTO Beats.
I haven't built any walls around myself. I'm just like anyone else. I need love and water. And I don't really consider myself a superstar.
blouses.
RTO Beats, the fresh maker. This guy, man, I know RTO was dealing with some health issues this week. He's okay. And he really, we talk often, and he struggled a little bit getting this done. Bruh, this is insane. First of all, shout out for taking the risk as far as like the tempo and the type of track. Because RTO, not to say he does one thing, not saying that at all, but this is completely unexpected of what you would expect from RTO, straight up. This was stupid. The tempo, the as far as like the bass and the guitar riffs and licks in this joint, then you got the Lynn drums hitting. Oh my God. This was stupid. This was ridiculous, man. I was not expecting this. But it's incredibly dope. And I'm so glad you, again, like with Mav, I'm so glad you got a chance to get it in, yo. Because this is dope. Mixed very well. Everything sits in the pocket perfectly. Everything has its own presence and panned in certain directions. The chops, the drums, and then there's like the synths and the pads that you used. Stupidity. And then had the nerve to end it. I was hoping somebody would do this, and we got it. Had the nerve to end the song with Game Blouses. And you know what? While we at it, I gotta bring the tone down a little bit. I gotta give major shout out to Charlie Murphy as well. You know, we lost him not that long ago. It's funny how, I gotta point this out real quick. It's funny how Charlie Murphy, you know, he was kind of in the shadows of Eddie for so many years. But when the Chappelle Show came out, he put two people, I want to say back into the spotlight, but put them back on your mind. And that was Rick James, and then that was Prince as well. Pretty much back to back. And it just sucks that when the whole Rick James story came out, then we lost Rick James like that next year, I think it was. And then the Prince, and then we lost Prince last year, and then we lose Charlie Murphy this year, man. That whole like triangle, you know, that sucks that neither one of them are here, man. But that's why I'm incredibly grateful that we got a chance to be blessed by so many talented people. And we've done tributes for a lot of people who are here and gone. Last year we did a tribute that was covered pretty much everybody that we lost last year music wise. It was crazy. But man, shout out to all three of them. Shout out to RTO for this submission. This was crazy, dude. Bravo. Absolutely nuts. Thank you, bro. All right, let's go holler at this cat right here, man. You already know what he's gonna do. Gamma Pods, a.k.a. DJ Lock Turtle. I can't say it anymore, but the best way to describe him, the poster child for CMA, and that's no offense as far as age or whatever, just the best way to describe that man, DJ Lockturtle. I constantly think back to what this dude was doing when he first got here. Here it is, what, 4 years later? Close to? And you hear what this dude is doing now. This dude is headlining now. Literally worked his way as far as like the evolution of his music and not just the evolution of his music and improving his skills and making beats, better, so to speak, but what he grew into as an artist, as a producer. Literally worked his way through the timeline and he closes shows out now. He's a headline talent. Period. Why are you still here? This was dumb, dog. This is what I like about Locke now. He brings really, really dope energy to whatever topic it may be. This is another great example. I gotta give props to, I think, I could be wrong, it's about the minute mark, and RTO brought it up as well. The organ is just this organ is like, oh my God, that sounds stupid on top of everything else that's going on. That sounded absolutely ridiculous. Overall, just absolutely, as usual, Locke. Good Lord, man. I don't know what more to say. It's dope. It's Locke. Thank you, bro. And he said, I used Prince in the Rain amp setting in Guitar Rig. I wish I possessed the abilities this icon had. You and me both, bro. Trust me. But thank you for that, dude. Thank you. And now we have made it to the end of the show. Going to holler at my brother here, who's been doing his thing. Especially this year, he's really been doing his thing. Going above and beyond the Call of Duty, so to speak. Doing some great things, and I hope and pray and wish the best for him as he continues his musical evolution and journey. Ladies and gentlemen, taking us home, this is Dixie Freely.
disintegration going on that we really have to address. Our values have been lessened to a great degree. I think that we should address this as a community as to what it's doing to the culture.
Shout out to Miss Tiffany in the chat. Dixie Freely closing out episode 163 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Man, listen. When I came up with the idea to do this, every track that we got tonight is what I expected for the most part, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's what I maybe not what I expected, what I want to hear. It's exactly how I wanted to pay tribute to the big brother. Having Dixie, and completely by coincidence, having Dixie close the show out with that track is perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. What up, TR? Like most, I'm a huge Prince fan. When I started producing, my admiration for multi-instrument increased. Oh, multi-instrumentalist. God dang it. Multi-instrumentalist increased. I think he heard that. The song I chose and to interpolate and sample was Pink Cashmere. This song has high sentimental value with my wife because of her ailing father. Played it in a lot in his car when she was young. 85% of this was replayed while other parts came from the record. Hope it's dope. Peace. I don't think you got anything to worry about. And again, shout out to Miss Tiffany. That's really dope. That's how you do it. That's exactly how it's done. Because, you know, there's a lot of songs, and there's a couple of Prince songs that's in there as well that have sentimental value. That they hit you at a certain part of your life or remind you of a certain time in your life. And, you know, music is many things to many different people. I would say for most of us, it's therapy. Therapy in the sense of we could actually get away from just everyday issues and stress, or for some of us who are dealing with deeper situations, it helps soothe the pain, be it actual pain, be it stress, depression, whatever the situation may be. And that's why I will always say music is therapy. This was dope, Dixie. Bravo. I really enjoyed everything about this track. The drum programming, the instrumentation, what you did sample, what you played, how you structured it, all of it. Perfect. Didn't get too out of the box and definitely wasn't minimal. It's not like it was lacking. It was just enough. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you for that, my man. Really, 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 really dope. Woo! Man, we made it. This has been a rough day, even before the show, even before the technical issues. But we made it through. We had an incredible show. Shout out to everybody that participated, everybody that is hanging with us right now. That would be Agent Smith, Black Mav, Dap Dunlap, Davenport, Digger Hertz, Dixie Freely, DJ D-Man. Fields just stepped in as we're closing out. Shout out to you. Jamari Mack, Jay Bishop, Gelati Beats, DJ Nocturnal, Mike Mosley, Know When You Know, RTO Beats, my wife Samaya, love you, baby. Miss Tara, Miss Tiffany, DJ Widebody, and there's some other people. DJ Promo came through. Gemini 4D, Mr. Wallace. Who else am I missing? DJ R. Sims, and not DJ shout out to him. B.A. Mac came through. Mental came through. Miss Pam is here as well. I think we have everybody. Dunsworth, Gyros. Thank y'all for coming through and hanging with us, man. This has been an incredible show and week. Well worth going through all of the BS to get this show to y'all. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoy hanging with y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, computermusicacademy.com/live. Come through and hang with us. That's all I could ask. And if you would like to be a part of what we do over here at CMA, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It is that simple. We're done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya!